What's up, folks? Hey, Billy here. Wanting to ask you a couple questions about kayaking in the late winter, early fall, early spring. I'm an idiot. Kayaking in the late, cold times of the year. So, whether you're going from like fall into winter or winter into spring, what do you guys usually pack with you when you go on kayak trips? For those of you that actually go on them. That's usually the 2 times a year that are the best fishing in most places that I've been to, depending on what kind of fish you're wanting to catch. So that's something I brought up in one of my other videos. Kind of curious what kind of footwear and clothing you guys usually pack. You're limited on space in a kayak, so you can only take so much with you. You don't really have an option of bringing enough clothes for if it gets really, really cold. And usually it doesn't in that interim period, at least not here in Kentucky anyway. So kind of curious what you all pack. I probably am going to bring just an old pair of tennis shoes, more than likely. Not really going to be warm enough for Crocs or flip-flops. And then on the other side, it's not going to be, there's no need in me bringing waders or, rubber boots or something like that. So, old pair of sneakers. That's what I used to use when we would go creek wading. Used to do that many years ago. And you just jump in with shorts and just an old pair of tennis shoes. And it was usually in the cold time of year, so you were fine until you got just about penis level, and then it started getting cold. And then you finally just have to jump in and get your body submerged, and then you'd get used to the water. But those were always the best times to fish. It just took a while to adapt your body to the temperature. So just curious what kind of footwear you guys usually sport when you're going kayaking in the interim seasons. Hoping to catch some decent fish. Where I used to go creek wading, we would catch brownies. We called them brownies. We're like brown bass. And if you hit a good hole, usually March time frame, March up to mid-May. And then usually when it gets into like June and July, those were like the dog days of summer, especially in Arkansas where I used to live. You could probably go into June a little bit, but most of June, July, August, and good portion of September, at least in Arkansas, he was pretty snaky. So the snakes would start breeding around that time. And the last time I went creek wading, it was late May, and it was too late in the season. It was already getting really hot out, and I had 2 water moccasins put in, went one direction, and I didn't go 100 yards, and I had a water moccasin swimming towards me. And if it's not breeding season or their time of the year, you usually slap the water and they'll scurry away or go some other place. This one just kept coming. So then I turned around and went the other direction, and I went down that way about 300 yards and had another one doing the same thing. So, at least in central Arkansas, they would let you know when it's time to get out of the water, unless you're one that doesn't mind it and wants to fish with them. And I have before, but, that's nothing, especially when you're going solo, that's not a chance you want to take. I'm not a snake handler. So anyway, I thought I'd post this, see what kind of comments you guys got on footwear. See ya.